What about Islam? Because Islam is a pretty big competitor to Christianity. How does the influence of Jesus compare to, say, the influence of Muhammad?
Well, okay, so a couple of things about that. I think they're really important. Number one is you'll also see the level of impact of a worldview based on the derivative nature of other worldviews that depend on it, that draw from it. And so we have one chapter here in the very end of the book in which we talk about the impact that Jesus has had on other world religions. And you will see that he not only has an impact on every religion that follows him. Islam makes room for Jesus of Nazareth. They have to account for him. They cannot ignore him. They actually embrace him in many ways and call him a prophet of greater stature than Muhammad, right? He also will be with God at the final judgment, judging the living and the dead.
This is according to Islam.
Yes, according to Islam. Jesus has an important role to play in Islam. He also has an important role to play in Ahmadiyya Islam. He has an important role to play in the Baha'i faith. He has an important role to play. And not only that, the worldviews that preceded Jesus, once they extend through the calendar, and now here we are in 2020, well, it turns out that Hinduism and Buddhism and other forms of religious expression have now accommodated the person of Jesus in one way or another. Their leaders will venerate Jesus. It will call him a bodhisattva, a Buddha-like figure, an enlightened man on his way to Buddhahood. These things are said of Jesus, even though those systems preceded Jesus. It turns out that Jesus has had a huge impact on these other world religions in a way that Islam has not had on world religion. Jesus had that impact. And by the way, then Jesus says, I'm the only way. So in other words, everyone kind of points to Jesus, but Jesus never points to anyone else. Jesus says, no, I'm the only way. And that's interesting to me, right? So it turns out that Jesus not only has an impact on world history, but he has an impact on spiritual thinkers, those who preceded him and those who follow him.